So in this section, we will be um, discussing about the RA 4670, which is known as Magna Carta for public teachers. Okay, so technically, all teachers should know this Magna Carta for public teacher. This will actually protect them, no? Ito yung isa sa batas na nag-poprotekta sa ating mga teachers. So, um, talking about what is a teacher in terms based on Magna Carta for public school teachers or for teachers, all persons engaged in classroom teaching in any level of instruction on full-time basis, including guidance counselor, school librarians, industrial arts or vocational instructors, and all other persons performing supervisory and or administrative functions in all schools, colleges, and even universities operated by government or its political subdivisions. No, so this is the definition of a teacher under the Magna Carta. So recruitment and career. So under the section 3, no, recruitment and qualification. So technically, this talks about the policy in terms of recruitment, no, with respect to selection and appointment of teachers. This shall be clearly defined by the Department of Education, provided, however, that effective upon the approval of this act, the following shall constitute the minimum educational qualification for teacher applicants. So what are those qualifications for? So una, for teachers in kindergarten and elementary grades, it's um they should be, or applicant teacher should be, a graduate of bachelor's degree in elementary education. Ito yung tinatawag nating DEL. Okay, so second qualification as teacher applicant, no? So for teachers of secondary school, no, they should be graduate, no, bachelor's degree in education, or maaaring iba lang yung tawag sa program, pero usually Bachelor of Secondary Education, BSE, or its equivalent with major and a minor, no. In other schools, they have this kind of program, especially, no, yung mga previous curriculum natin, they have this major and minor in this kind of specialization. Or, no, a bachelor's degree in arts or science. Pero, kinakailangan po natin ng at least 18 units of professional education. No, so technically, you need to get a teacher's a professional education, no, on which kung saan man yung school na nag-offer ng 18 units ng prof before you take the licensure examination. And once you pass, well, technically, you are allowed to apply as a public school teacher. Next is for teachers of secondary, vocational, and two-year technical courses, or bachelor's degree in the field of specialization with at least 18 professional units in education. So technically, if you are not a graduate of BEd and BSE or Bachelor of Secondary Education, or any courses that or program that is not aligned with education, now you need to take at least 18 units of professional education before you are allowed to um, apply as teacher examinee, no, for licensure examination for teacher. And before you could apply, no, once you pass, now you are now allowed to apply as a public school teacher. Okay, so another qualification for teachers of courses on the collegiate level other than vocational, master's degree with specific area of specialization. So for the recruitment and career, no, so according to this, no, um, provided further that in the absence of applicants who possesses the minimum educational qualification, as here and above provided, the school superintendent may appoint under a temporary status applicants who do not meet the minimum qualification. Okay. So for probationary status or temporary status, now let's say for example you do not possess the mentioned above, you know. Well, technically the superintendent may appoint a temporary status, but I do not know if they are still doing this because if you will be assessing, no, napakadami na po nating teachers at alam naman po natin na hindi naman lahat nakakapasok sa Department of Education, no? Because of the qualifications or yung competitiveness ng pagpasok, no, sa Department of Education. But if in case na dumating sa punto na kinakailangan ng guro and the teacher does not have the minimum qualification that was mentioned a while ago, well, technically, they may appoint a temporary status. Okay? Pero po, no, ayan, nakalagay naman, no, provided further that should teacher applicants, whether they possess the minimum educational qualification or not, be required to take competitive examinations. Preference in making appointments shall be in order of their respective ranks in the said competitive examination. Okay, so they need to examination, no, and technically yung result, no, shall be made public, no, so lahat ng applicants shall be furnished with his score and rank the set. So you will be ranked pa din. Okay, so section 4 talks about the no probation eligible teachers. Okay, so teachers with the appropriate civil service eligibility, no, after you receive or after a teacher receive achievement recognized school, or no, they are exempted from a probationary period before regular appointment. Another point of this section is the exemption for probationary or probational appointment. So in cases naman where hiring, no, of a certain individual or a teacher without the requisite civil service eligibility, which is actually necessary, no, probational appointments are allowed. No, so however po na itong mga individual or teacher applicants natin must undergo a probationary period, no, lasting not less than 1 year from the date of their probational appointment. So in this section 5, it talks about stability and security of tenure, no? So technically po, the tenure of office for teachers, no, this emphasizes stability in employment and security of tenure, no? So this is aligned with existing laws. Second point of this section, no, is about the permanent appointment for probational teachers. So let's say, for example, the teachers are appointed on provisional status due to lack of necessary civil service eligibility or your eligibility, yung mga na-mention natin kanina na you should be qualified if you have this, no? They are eligible for permanent appointment, no, of their or for their position, no, after their after completing, no, at least 10 years of continuous, efficient, and faithful service in that role. Okay. So section 6, this talks about consensual transfer or consensus or yung consent po natin, no? Ang teachers po, they cannot be transferred from one station or one school to another without their explicit consent. Okay? Except no specified causes outlined in the law. Okay. So another, it tackles about the exceptional transfer condition. No, so this law stipulates a certain condition in which yung pag-transfer ni teacher from one school to another, no, may occur without the teacher consent, no, as provided of course, no, in the relevant provisions. Okay, so another is transportation expenses, no? So technically, the legislation po, no, recognizes the importance of considering transportation expenses and other expenses or any other factors, no, sa pag-transfer ng process or yung transfer process na tinatawag natin. No, so bakit nga ba ito ginagawa? Well, technically, this is to reinforce po, no, yung fairness and reasonable, no, in such cases. Next is yung tinatawag natin exigency of service. Okay? So, transfer due to exigency of service may initiated by school superintendent, no? If may mga factor po na lalong-lalo na kinakailangan mong i-transfer, well, technically, it should be or it will be initiated by the school superintendent. Of course, with prior notification doon sa teacher along with the reasons for the transfer. No? So technically, hindi ka naman basta-basta ita-transfer, no, without any reasons. They should inform you, no, prior to your transfer and what is the cause of transfer. Okay? Appeal mechanism, no? This also talks about appeal mechanism. So, si teacher po, pwede po siyang, or may karapatan siyang mag-appeal sa transfer, no? If you think that the justification or the reason for transfer is not enough or yung tinatawag nating lack of justification, you may want to appeal and you have the right to appeal, no? Well, technically, it should be directed, no, to the director of the public school or the director of vocational school. Okay, depende sa konteksto. Pero if that is the superintendent, then you may want to address your concern or your appeal. Okay, so let's say for example, you appeal, no, for transfer. No, so technically magkakaroon ng suspension of transfer due to your appeal. No? So, during po, no, ng appeal process na tinatawag natin o yung pag-appeal nyo o pag-appealan ninyo, yung technically po, nagkakaroon o mahahalt ang transfer, no? So, temporarily halted po siya, no? This is to ensure yung patas na konsiderasyon and also to prevent immediate implementation. Okay. Another one, this talks about the election period restriction. Okay. So, si teacher, no, um, let's say for example, a restriction is placed on transfer, prohibiting them within 3 months before any local or national election. Yung tinatawag nating election ban. No, this is to maintain stability and to provide potential disruption during, no, yung electoral periods. Okay. So next is section 7. No, this talks about the code of professional conduct. No, so technically po si Secretary of Education is mandated to create a code of professional conduct for public school teachers. No, upon the approval of this 6 months, no, within 6 months of the act's approval. Okay, so ano naman yung part ni teacher? So, technically, a part nila, no, as part of this, no, teacher should be entitled, no, to receive a copy of the Code of Professional Conduct. No, this is to ensure po that you are aware, no, all teachers are aware and will adhere sa established professional standards na sinet ng Department of Education. Okay, so accessibility, no, let's say for example, may insufficient supply, no, So technically, at least, no, provide 3 copies of the code deposited sa mga school principal or head, no, so that accessible pa rin ito sa mga teachers. Okay, so next is section 8. So, safeguard in disciplinary procedure. Every teacher shall enjoy equitable safeguards at each stage of any disciplinary procedure and shall have the following: the right to be informed in writing of the charges. Okay? So, let's say for example, may mga accusation, no, sa'yo. Well, technically, you are entitled to equitable safeguards po. At the same time, in terms of writing, ito yung sinasabi natin na dapat black and white po, no? Hindi yung sasabihin lang sa'yo na you are charged against et cetera, et cetera. No, well, technically, it should be black and white. The right to full access to the evidence of the case, no? What are the appendices or what are the evidences that is inilalatag against sa'yo? And of course, no, yung right to information, that is very important. Lalo na you should be informed in terms of writing about your charges, no? This is to ensure transparency as well. No, that's why you need to have a full access to evidence, no? You should have a comprehensive, this is to allow you a comprehensive understanding and preparation of their defense and the right to defense, no? Teachers have the right, no, to defend themselves, lalo na po, no, tayong teachers. No, we are entitled to be represented by the representative of the choice or their organization. Could be your institution, organization, or anyone, no, na you would like, no, na mag-depend sa sayo. Next is the right to appeal to clearly designated authorities. No, so as a teachers, no, we appeal if they are not satisfied in terms of disciplinary decision. They actually, no, we teachers, we could take, no, yung case natin to specific authorities who, no, are clearly designated to handle such appeal. No. Another is privacy po during disciplinary actions. Well, technically, wala pong information about the disciplinary action being taken against a teacher, no, will be made public in the case or while the case is being decided or ongoing. No? So, technically, hindi po dapat na nagre-release, no, ng kaso or hindi um, inire-release yung mga initial findings um, hanggat wala pang desisyon. So, technically, bakit nga ba, no? This is to ensure that yung teacher's situation, no? Yung sitwasyon ng teacher in terms of the cases are kept private, no? Until meron ng final decision. This is to respect po yung confidentiality during the process. No? So, tama lang po na hindi po tayo dapat nagre-release ng mga initial findings, no? Lalong-lalo na relative to the teachers, no? Hanggat wala pa pong final verdict. Okay, so section 9. Okay, so when a teacher faces administrative charges like accusation of misconduct or rule violation, no? So, magkakaroon ng committee that will handle a case. And itong committee na to will include of the following. Una is the chairman, the head of the school district or the school superintendent or an authorized representative within similar or higher rank. Okay? So, second is teachers a representative, no? A member from local teachers organization or if not available po, provincial or national teachers organization. The next is supervisor, no? So supervisor from school district, no? Chosen of course by the director of public school. No? So yung committee na sinasabi natin, they are responsible, no? for looking into charges against a teacher, and of course making initial decision regarding the case. So they are the superintendent or any other rank, no, highest rank na in charge po doon, teacher representative, and of course supervisor, no? So next is the committee shall submit its findings and recommendation to the director of the public school within 30 days from the termination of the hearings, provided, however, that where the school superintendent is complete or an interested party, all the members of the committee shall be appointed by the Secretary of Education. No? So if the teacher is concerned, it is um the school superintendent or yung committee, no, should be composed of school superintendent. But if the superintendent is involved, no, the Secretary of Education should appoint a committee instead. Okay? So section 10, no, it talks about no discrimination. Ano, it talks about po doon sa pag treated ng pag-treat ng teacher natin or mga teacher applicant po natin or habang nagtatrabaho sila sa teacher or hanggang sa mag-end yung teacher journey po nila, no? Um, Yun po siya. Okay, so it talks about that nobody or no teacher applicant should be treated unfairly, lalong-lalo na po when they want to become a teacher, no? Habang nagtuturo or habang sila ay teacher, no? Kapag sila ay nag-assign, no? So those things po that should be considered are only, no, professional qualifications and abilities, not anything else. Okay? So in terms po of married teachers naman, ito po, no? So married teachers po, if a husband and wife are both teachers, no? If of course, no, ang authority natin in charge should try at least, no, um, try their best to let them work together, lalo na po yung mag-asawa sa within the area, no, if possible, no, this is to support po, no, ayun na, to be deployed in the same locality. This is to support po yung families and para mas madali po sa parehas na group, no, at least within the area. Another is academic freedom, no? Uh, in terms of academic freedom, teachers shall enjoy academic freedom in discharge of their professional duties, okay? Particularly with regard to teaching and classroom methods, no? So you have the right to teach in your own way, no? And you have the right to express your opinions freely pagdating po sa professional duties natin as a teacher, no? So you should feel free as a teacher to choose your teaching method, no, and to share your knowledge without any restriction. Okay?